Hey, this is Raulh of Please Act Right. Remember this woman right here? I did a video on her last week where she said she wants her man to hold her when she's crying without asking her what's wrong. Well, in this video, she redeems herself. She says black men do not prefer other races. Black women force black men away with their attitude, amongst other things. Now, before I get started, I'd like to give a special thanks to MLR and Wesley Hillard for your continued support to my channel on Cash App. Please know that you are greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to contribute to my channel, I'll put the links in the description box below. So let's hear what she has to say.
Comments, they saying us black men, we get successful and get a white woman. Would y'all want to speak on that?
I'll definitely speak on that.
And that's sad. That hits me in the chest.
It hit you in the chest?
Yes, it did, because it's sad. Because they're not saying, I think white women are beautiful. They're not saying, I have a preference for white women. They're saying that in rebuttal to this conversation because they're tired of the black woman that won't go to the gym. They're tired of the black woman that doesn't have a hot meal ready when he comes home from work. They're tired of shit like that. So they say, you know what? Where can I go now? What can I do now? Because every black woman I encounter got that attitude. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't got to. Girl, I don't gotta cook. You doing too much. That's the attitude that have us by ourselves. And I think that's a cop-out too. You by yourself because don't nobody want you. And now you just saying you don't get attached. That's what it was back in the days when you was like, oh, I did it myself. I don't want a boyfriend. I want to be cool. I'm in college. Guys aren't ready for a relationship. Did I deserve a relationship? Yes. Did I feel like as a woman that in my heart that I wanted one? Of course. I was just in an environment that wasn't conducive to it. So I conformed. I conformed to being what you would call a hoe for my college period because my environment was not conducive to me looking for no man. It doesn't mean I didn't want one. I think it's the same thing.
Now, I didn't cut the video off. That's where it ended. And I couldn't find the original video to get the rest of what she was saying. I believe she was going to say, she believes it's the same reason why most black women are saying that they don't need a man. They're just following what's being said and done in their environment. And that is true. And I said it before. A lot of these women who say that is because they can't think for themselves. However, once a woman gets to a certain age, she should be able to think for herself. Unfortunately, we're seeing women in their 40s and even their 50s who are still following the trend of what's being said and done in mainstream society with the I don't need a man thing. My hat's off to this woman for pointing it out. It's great to hear a woman say it. And I agree with her wholeheartedly. Most black men were raised around black women. So naturally, that's who we're going to be attracted to. Back in the day, it only seemed like black men who gained success went to other races for wives. But nowadays, more and more black men are going to other races for female companionship, simply because black women say they don't need us and because of their attitude. And it has nothing to do with his income level. But let's not stop there. Men of other races are having the same issue with their women too. And I'm talking about average earning men who have retired and living on a pension. I follow quite a few men of different races who live in Asia who've been with their Asian wives for years with very few complaints. So it's not just black men. There are quite a few white men who have left their race of women for the same reason. Some of the men who now live in the Far East talk about their past marriages with the women from their race, and their biggest complaint is how their ex-wives treated them. When they compare them to Asian women that they're with now, they say they're treated the total opposite. The bottom line is this. In Western society, men in general are not going to other races of women because we find them more attractive than our own race. Men are going to other races of women to obtain what we are built to long for in a woman. A woman who is loving, caring, respectful, and is willing to take care of us as much as we're willing to take care of her. Unfortunately, for good men in Western society, it's becoming harder and harder to find that type of woman in our own race. Yet, it's easier to find that kind of woman in another country. So even though a man may be attracted to the women in his own race, he will always go where he is appreciated, respected, and where he can find his peace. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And in the meantime, will you please act right? My name is Raulh. See you in another video. So if you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy them too. And if you like, you can visit my channel. I have plenty of videos there. Go ahead. Don't be scared.